Welcome back to In Focus. With less than 2 months before the 30th SEA Games commencing here in the Philippines, we are very lucky to have with us the PSC chairman and the chef de mission of our very own delegation, Mr. Butch Ramirez. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Thank you for taking time. So just a couple of questions surrounding, of course, the very exciting 30th SEA Games happening here. I would just like to clarify, is it true that we were supposed to back out from this hosting because of the 2017 Marawi crisis?
Yes, when we assumed office on 2016 with the Duterte administration, we did not know that we will be hosting the Southeast Asian Game because it was an initiative by the Philippine Olympic Committee. In the middle of the last part of 2016, we discussed with the Philippine Olympic Committee president that we can host. And normally to host a gigantic 10 country Southeast Asian game, you need the support of the president and the whole country. So we went to Malacanang, discussed this matter to Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdia and SAP Bongo, and it was positive. But along the way, there was some little disagreement, and plus the Marawi siege. So we instead canceled the Southeast Asian Game.
So what changed everything, sir? What made the decision that we will be pushing through with it?
After a month, an official of Malacanang called me up if we can continue the hosting with the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Speaker Alan Cayetano now could be the chairman. And I said, why not? So we started talking to a cluster of cabinet secretaries, and there it was continued that we can continue proceeding with the Southeast Asian Game. And we discussed again with the Philippine Olympic Committee President, former Congressman Piping Kuangco. That was the start of reviving the Southeast Asian Game hosting.
And we are finally here. It's happening soon. And I'm pretty sure, sir, that you have been very busy with all the preparations. It is such a task for a chef de mission to do the overseeing of everything. And you yourself also had some questions if you were to take this responsibility. And you are here. Take us through the thinking process that you had to take this responsibility.
Well, first, as an organic head of agency, as undersecretary of the Philippine Sports Commission, I'm not supposed to be a chef de mission of a private group under Philippine Olympic Committee. That's why when it was offered to me first by the president of the Olympic Committee, Ricky Vargas, I said no. But I changed my mind because at that time there were some dynamics, challenges of the Olympic Committee leadership. And because of that, I consulted my immediate boss, Secretary Salvador Medialdia, and I said, why not take it? So I made some discerning, soul-searching that for the country, for the children, para sa bayan, why not? So I accepted the job.
We know very well that you have a good team behind you, the people behind the scenes working on all these preparations, sir. But there are a lot of components working together to make this happen. You have the logistics of things, entertainment, marketing and promotions, and all of the infrastructures. Can you tell us where we are right now in terms of really getting ready for the events?
But first, I would like to tell you, Erica, and the public that the President, through the Executive Secretary and Senator Bongo, is so concerned of this hosting. And we have, there are people from Malacanang monitoring the whole activities. And we have a weekly meeting in Malacanang to assure that the preparation is all right. Now, there are important things that I have to share with you. That the venues, there are more or less there are 50 venues to be played on 56 sports. And out of that 50, there are 6 facilities of government, which was not originally part of the whole Southeast Asian Game, because when we came in, the Duterte administration, it was part of the master plan to put up programs to improve the policy of the elite athletes and also to really rehabilitate the sports facilities. Because when the president assumed office, I was talking to him and I brought Hidilyn Diaz in Davao. He told me that, Butch, you take good care of the athletes, make use that the sports program can reach the periphery, to the indigenous people. Pakainin mo ang mga bata, damitan mo sila, tulungan mo sila, and improve the facilities. So we did that one. But the 6 sports facilities of PEC, we volunteered that because there was a need of facilities by the organizing committee. There is an order of the president that we have to account every single centavo of people's money. So ganun katindi from PISGO to PEC to DBM. Matindi po. And as a matter of fact, Erica, we have to observe procurement laws.
Yes.
So the delay of the procurement of equipment is because of that. But I would like to say that there are more or less 30% available equipment for competition, and the other 70% are on delivery before the opening of the games.
So it is safe to say, sir, that we are on our way to really perfectly getting ready everything for the coming SEA Games. But on a lighter note, sir, you know, a lot of our audiences really look forward to big celebration, big events like this happening in our country. And as a sportscaster, as someone who covers games, I'm always very excited about the opening of ceremonies like this. Where we are at that, are we competing with how other countries have done it before?
I was part of the first meeting of the FISGOC, the organizing committee, and I have seen the plans and I've heard the discussion, and it is big. The theme of the Southeast Asian Games is win as one. And the preparation is really huge. That's why we are very careful on approving the budget, because it is really grand. And it will be a surprise that for all the Southeast Asian hosting, this will be the biggest and one of the most memorable Southeast Asian Games. Stars like Lea Salonga, singers of the country who are singing abroad are part of it, and Apple the Apps, I think, is part of it. And it will be live satellite also in Clark, which the closing will be held in New Clark Green City, the new facilities of the Philippine sports.
So, sir, you're really making all the audiences very excited. You've used the word grand, big, and great. Big stars coming into this event. But just to slow things down on that note, sir, going back to the basics of the competition, how are the athletes? How competitive are our athletes in each of their events to really win a lot of medals for the country?
Well, the preparation is not easy. It's hard, it's difficult, but it's exciting for the country. And rare people who has the opportunity to be part of this undertaking. And I took up the challenge. As chef de mission, I'm in charge of the Team Philippines. When I was appointed, my first action was to invite the 60 sports associations in a meeting at PICC. We did a lot of consultation, assessment, as to the needs of the athletes, of the team, the training areas, the equipment, the supports, and the probabilities of how much or how many medals they can contribute. So all of these are being discussed. And you know, Erica, I'm the only chef de mission who have 5 deputy chef de mission. My 4 commissioners are deputized and 2 NSA. So they're all going around supervising the training, bringing fruits, bread to the athletes. Their presence could inspire them. But I am confident that the athletes will perform, because the National Sports Association, who are in charge of the training of the athletes, the training, are not new. They have been here right after the Commonwealth government, 1935. And our athletes, more than 70% are on training abroad, no? Under the finance of the government. So I am very confident that it will be a successful participation of Team Philippines.
We are very excited, and you have our support and the rest of the delegation of the Philippines. We will be back.
I'm Rachel Leon from the Philippine National Bowling Team. I started when I was 10 years old with my dad and my sister. Yung parents ko kasi nagbo-bowling, so one time parang nagpunta lang kami sa isang bowling center to try to play the sport. Tapos after that, na-enjoy naman namin, so tinuloy-tuloy na namin after. That time, so we started playing sa mga youth tournaments. Tapos kapag nananalo ka kasi, iba yung fulfillment. So parang as a kid, parang kung ba naglalaro ka tapos nananalo ka, iba yung joy na nararamdaman. So parang ikaw, gusto mo ituloy-tuloy. 2008, when one of the head coaches parang asked some of us to join the eliminations. At that time, I was 18 years old. So from then on, yun, nakapasok na ako sa team, tapos tinuloy-tuloy ko na after that.